Hello and welcome along. Today on Coldborough Park Farm, we are going to get stuck into doing a harvest. We have field 7 that needs harvesting. We have done a quick overview of this map. I did a live stream on it a couple of days ago. So if you want to check that out for a general overview of the farm. But yeah, we're going to get stuck into it and get doing some more work. We've done a couple of harvests in the live stream. But I have saved one field to, well actually I've saved a couple to do in a video. So we're gonna, the one that makes sense to me to do in a video is field 7. Field 2 is probably around about the same size. And we'll see how we get on, but I think field 7 is a good size to be doing in a video like this. We have a look at the map, then 7 is slightly smaller, so that would be a better one for us. We are going to do straw off it. I think it's either barley or wheat field 7. So yeah, we're gonna do straw and bale it afterwards. I'm hoping this will go on here quite easily. There we go. Yep. There we go. And then we're back off. Right. And we want to get the tractor with the with our header into the field first, so that we can line the header up for the combine. Right, there we are. So we want to back this. Yeah, we have to go down the field and then try and back it up a bit, I think. Right, here we go. There we go, that should do the trick. I'll quickly run back and grab the combine. Just over here. Now all of these are going to need ploughing, these fields as well. So I might get one of my tractors out ploughing. Now I know that the telegraph poles can be a little bit of trouble to hired workers. There we go. So we'll see how we go with that. Pull this down the side here so that it's out of the way. Yeah, there we go. Right, and then turn the combine on and away we go. Oh, change the swath. Yeah, and off we go. There we go. So now we will get a nice collection of straw off here that we can bale. Because the thing we're working towards, now we're set up, is we're working towards getting the animals. So that is our main target. And we're gonna. It's gonna take probably a couple of weeks at least to get to that point, which I think is good timing. It'll allow us to get stuck into the arable side of the farm and explore that quite nicely before we get the animals into the game, and yeah, and allow us to do a little bit more on the farm, because we've excuse me, we've got the the animals very quickly in every map we've done so far. So this time I want to take my time and get into them a little bit slower. We are going to be doing a lot of episodes on this map. I really, really like this map. So yeah, we're spending a lot of time here, and so we can afford to take our time a little bit, getting animals and things like that. So that's what we will do. There we go. So we are at 20% full after our first side. I think we are gonna need the tractor and trailer, I think, at the end of this headland. That's not a problem. We will just pop out and get them, because they're currently sitting at the grain tipping point. So yeah, we'll go do that. Working really nicely at the moment. It's we'll see how we do on the hill, because that hill is it can be a real strain, especially on tractors that are tractors with full loads. Really not fans of this hill. Those tractors. And we don't have the most powerful tractor as our carting tractor on this map. There we are. Yeah, Combine is struggling a little bit up the hill, but not doing too badly. This is the kind of hill that would make a Combine struggle. Almost up it. There we go. 43% with one side to go, so we're okay at the moment, but I am going to go and get the tractor and put the follow me on as we start the next round. And that way, hopefully it should nicely keep things going. I might get our T7 out ploughing field 8 as well while we're at it. See if we can get course play to work, maybe. That would be good. And very useful. Yeah, I'm really liking the version of Coldborough Park Farm in 17. We've had a bit of a look around it now, and there are a few changes that are well, not a bit. I don't know. It's a bit strange to see, you know, a difference in the map like that, but lots of them are for the better. Yeah, lots of them are definitely for the better. I'm not so sure about one of the yards, how that's reworked. I kind of really liked it how it was. And how it's done now just seems a bit, yeah, a bit odd to me. But that may be because I'm used to how it was and not how it is. So, okay, so follow me. Head distance, okay. Right offset of 7. There we go. Who have we got on it? Ah, Henrietta. I think we have a female driver. Yep, we do. It's Henrietta in our tractor. She will do fine. So we'll do 3 headlands before we get into the main body of the field. There we go. That offset is a little bit far, actually. Yeah. Oh, that's because it's 7.5. It should be at 7. We'll take it back now to moving behind at 10. Keep an eye, because I think she's going to head off into the woodlands. No, it's okay. Good. No, this is working really well, this setup with Follow Me. It means I spend more time in the combine, which is great. Which is, yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Means I can do more in-cab stuff, because we're not worried about having to pull the tractor up close or anything like that. And it basically we just pull the tractor up every time that we want to empty. Every time we get to about 70%. And we can do that pretty much 3 times with the tractor, which is brilliant. So it means we have about the right size tractor and combine combination, because it takes about a trailer's worth on most fields. I think we had 2 trailers worth off field 9, so yeah, it's a good combination. I think it will, once we get our yields up, because obviously first harvest we've had a little bit of a problem with the yields. Those of course will increase the number of trailers. And at 10 meters, the tractor is far enough off. Oh, I may have to go and put the four-wheel drive on the tractor. We'll see how it does. See if it can get up the hill. I think you'll be alright. There we go. So yeah, this is a nice barley crop. That we're getting here. Working, yeah, working really quite well. I kind of think this is probably the way I will do harvests going forward. The idea that might see if I can get coarse play to tip, but so that I know that it just means I don't have to worry about the track going and tipping each time. But this way, there's never any chance that the tractor is going to run through the crop. Or shouldn't be any chance that the tractor's going to run through the crop. So it's quite a good controlled way of doing a harvest. Right, so let's go around the tree. Hopefully that won't cause us too much problem. Second empty off this, we probably looking at doing along the back side here. Otherwise we're going to end up with trying to do it on the hill, which I don't think will work. To be honest, I don't think that will work at all. We're at 60% anyway, so we will put out our auger, our spout. And we will call our carting tractor forwards. 3, 4, there we go. Can't seem to get the right speeds to stay up the side. There we are. Okay. So yeah, that's now at 60%. So it can definitely take a full tank of us next time. Which is excellent. Of course, we're doing this at sunset. This is our first day on the farm, which we will come to an end at the end of this episode, I think. I was about to cut into the main body of the crop, but to be honest, we still have one line or one side of our headland to go, otherwise we won't have enough space to turn round in, which is what we're really after. So we'll probably actually spend this episode and next episode harvesting. We do have field 2 that needs to be harvested as well. And we've actually only really in this time got around the headlands today. Need to get into the main body. So field 2 will probably take us a little while to do. So I might vary it a bit. I might get this baled next episode, and then we can come to a harvest on field 2 later. So, right, so there we go. So we want to cut into our crop now. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop, follow me, because we don't need the tractor following us for now, and cut into the crop. And I'm going to try and do it around this tree, so that way we can minimise how much trouble the tree costs or causes us. And also sort of get this awkward bit of the field out of the way pretty quickly. And we can use the rows that we can see in the crop to keep ourselves straight, which is really useful as well. Really keeps us on the straight and narrow, and keeps us going the way that we should be going. And starting at the top and working down, we should avoid having to drive up that steep slope anymore. There we are. So yeah, this then means that we get the tree out of the way early and don't have to worry about it, which is an absolute godsend. Otherwise that would be in our way an awful lot. I'm still very surprised that we don't own field 6 or field 5 or field 3. It's yeah, I find that very strange. I'm so used to those 3 fields being part of the main farm, and being able to do those straight off, that it's yeah, it surprised me a bit. There we go. So at 44%, it's going to be a while before we're in a position where we will be unloading. So we're okay at the moment with where the tractor is. sent Henrietta off for her tea, so that she can go and come back nice and bright later, and someone will pick it up for her in the meantime. Okay, and turning round. I appear to be getting into a little bit of a funny shape. Gonna have to try and straighten that out, I think. Otherwise it's gonna cause us problems down the road. Have a look. Yeah, we've got a bit of a bulge in our turning on that end, so we'll need to sort that out, I think. We're sorting out a little bit by not having the header full this time going down here, and straightening it out a little bit that way, but we're going to basically have the same thing on the next. Wouldn't be great because we're going to get a load of straw in our comb and our header. Or at least we would in real life if we did that. I mean, it would sort itself out and just end up out the back again, but yeah, you want to kind of avoid doing that. Sometimes clog up the combine if you do that, and you're making it do work that it doesn't need to do. There we go. So we will grab all of this and and then we're going to have about half a header, and that will then sort us out. That will then straighten everything up and make it a little more manageable. But wow, that is quite a big bump we had there. Yeah. It is only taking half a header at the moment. Which is kind of what happens when you're coming into an angle. But that'll just clear that up, because otherwise it'll just cause us issues otherwise. Will get more and more pronounced. There we go. So we are at 75%. I think we'll go and clear up this little bit that we have at the top here, and that should mean we can empty out quite easily. There's not a huge amount here. There's no point in driving all the way down the field again. Saw that little bit there. I thought I'd grab it. Right, and then we can put our auger out. The long bit of the combine. There we go. There we are. And then we will empty this out. Of course, we avoid hitting the trailer. There we go. Go around this way, can't get through there. Okay. So we'll go tip this. I think that might be where we end for this episode. I think we will finish off the harvest next episode on this field. And get to the baling after that. Put this in here and tip it. And all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please give it a like, drop us a comment and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. Goodbye.